Hello, this is Konstantin and Yasen from API Portal with the introduction of our new option file feature. Please upgrade to the latest release so you can take advantage of all new features and enhancements around the portal. So, Konstantin, I often have to install and uninstall API Portal. I like unattended mode, but it's all in Bash and sometimes hard to maintain all the parameters that have to be provided. What can we do?
Hello. Yes, yeah, it's hard sometimes. So I had some pretty hard time with it too, and the thing we decided to introduce is the option file. And before that, we had installations like this. We had to type the command this long, where we have to enumerate all the options for API Portal installation. So the solution for that is to use option file where we can put all the parameters here to a single file and use it as an input for the installation process. The first thing you wanna take a look at is the documentation pages, and here under unattended installation page of the API Portal documentation, there is a section called Install and Uninstall API Portal using a configuration file. We can go here, and the first thing you'll see is this list of all the configuration API Portal installer supports. And this is actually a copy and paste list that you can use for API Portal configuration file. You just copy this and paste to your options file, and you are done. You can use it. Another way to do the same thing is to generate this file with this command here. So that's enough with the theory. Let's get our hands dirty with the practice. So here I am in my installation directory. As you can see, I have my installation scripts here, and I even have a options file generated already. I'll remove it pretty quickly. And now we can check out some help menu. API Portal install help. And here we can see the new options. One of them is for using option file and the other one for generating option file. And now we want to generate this file. What we can do is we can provide this gen option file, and this will output the option file to our stdout. To get it into a file, we can redirect the output to a file, and now we can check it out. Options. As you can see, here we have some commands and the options. These options are not don't contain any values, so we should fill them. And another thing that you can notice is that these options are exactly the same as you type inline, except you don't have double hyphen here in front. So I have already generated and filled one option file. I'll show you that. Default. And as you can see, I have some values here like Apache without PHP set to no, MySQL SSL I don't want it either, and install path, and so on and so forth. And I can use this file in order to install API Portal. Let me show you that. Now I have to provide option file equals to home options and the path to the file. And here we can see the installation begins. It will take some while, that's why I'll stop the recording. So here we have our API Portal installed, which can be checked with rpm q API Portal, and here is our rpm package. And another way to check the installation would be just to go to the API portal page and to check if it's working. Yeah, it's working. A pretty thing about this option file is that you can use it in the same form for uninstallation. So, because it actually contains all the required data for the uninstallation. So what I can do is just to return my installation string and change it to uninstall. And here, as you can see, API Portal is uninstalled.
Okay, that's cool. But how safe it is to keep your passwords in a file in plain text?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It's not very good, it's not very safe. Actually, when I'm doing it on my own machine, it's fine there because I'm not going, API Portal, the database is stored on my local machine and I do it only on my local machine. So it's fine for this demo, but in case you want to share this option file with somebody else, or just want to keep it in a Git repo or in some shared directory, it's not safe at all. So what we can do about it? API Portal installation supports overrides of option file options. So we can provide additional parameters to our installation to override the ones from the option file. Let me demonstrate you that. Here I have a file, options, no pass. In this file I have a password, which I'll show you. And well, this password actually doesn't really open any doors, so it's not very useful. But anyway, imagine that this is a password that is actually for some database server, and if I don't want to share it with anybody else, I just can delete this option from this file and override this option with an inline option. So I'll just delete it, and now I can start installation process again. This time I'll provide this no pass, and now I have to provide the MySQL password. So if I just run this process now, I'll be prompted for MySQL password, which is not my intention. So I need to provide here MySQL password. The problem is if I type it here, right here in the command line, you'll see it again. And I don't want that. And so I keep my password in a file. I'll just cut it from a secret place, and that's it. Now installation is running again. So that's one of the options. It actually doesn't protect the password so much because it's still in a file in unencrypted state on my machine. Another option would be to use, for example, an environment variable or some third-party utilities like password store if you install a portal like I do here in terminal. But actually in a lot of cases, you don't deploy API Portal yourself. You use Jenkins, for example, and Jenkins has its own mechanism for for secret management. Another option, for example, with Ansible, you have Ansible Vault. So there are pretty much options for secret management here.
Okay, can this override be used for something else?
Yes, actually it can be used for a lot of stuff. Like, for example, imagine the situation when you have a team with several teammates and you want to share some file, but each member of the team deploys API Portal to his own environment. So you have different databases and different database passwords, let's say. So that's how you can hand it over this file to others. You can just erase this MySQL related entries and to hand it uh, to your teammates. Another option would be if you want to deploy multiple environments with the same configuration file. So you just, let's imagine that you have a testing server, a and a production server. But you want the testing server to be as close as possible to the production server. So again, you have different MySQL credentials, and that's the only thing you have different. So that's actually the live scenario how you can use this feature again.
Sounds great. And when can we make use of this feature?
This feature will be available with the March 2021 release, so not so much time to wait.
Okay, thank you, Konstantin, for your time and this demo.
Thank you too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.